You're gonna look at this dress and you're gonna be like, hi everyone, I'm Angelina and this is Blueprint DIY, where we remake our clothes to be just as unique as us. Today I am doing a very special video because I asked you if you guys want to see me do a top inspired by this amazing dress that Kelly Roland wore for Beyonce's Black Is King video. And of course this response was overwhelmingly yes. But you guys know that I'm a renegade upcycler and I always try to give you guys a way to do something that's the easiest from point A to point B. So I took myself right on down to my local thrift store, donning my mask of course, and I found a dress. You're gonna look at this dress and you're gonna be like, but just go with me on this. Just go with me. Let's see how it turns out at the end, because I'm thinking the same thing. So let's go in this journey and see if we can transform this 90s prom dress into something Beyonce will wear. Okay, so I know this is crazy. I look like I'm going to like prom of 97, but beyond that it had a flare bottom, which is perfect for this upcycle. So we're gonna see if we can turn this thing into something amazing. The only problem is that it doesn't zip all the way up, so it has one of those loosey-goosey zippers, you know, those zippers that you get up and it won't stay up, it just comes back down. So yeah, we're gonna need to replace the zipper, but yeah, we're gonna work with this and see what we can come up with. Okay, so as we always do, I have my sliver of soap and I am definitely gonna cut this off. I don't want that. I just want the bustier, but I want to cut it off at a level that I feel comfortable with. I could just follow this and have an asymmetrical hem, but I'm not going to do that. I am just going to take the soap and take it across from one edge of the curve to the other. All right, so what I forgot to show you about this dress, well, for one thing, the brand is Deb, and I just thought that was funny. That was a like old school store that all the teenagers used to go to. And also this dress has been stitched up in the back, so it took a lot to get this dress on and off. It was crazy. So like some mother was like, oh no baby, you're not getting pregnant tonight.
There is no zipper. I made this dress and my mom sewed me in.
And stitched them in the dress. I'm sure that's not what happened. I'm sure it was just that the class broke or kept coming apart. Hey, if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Definitely hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you don't miss a thing. We are on our way to 1 million. Every 100,000 that we hit, I will be doing a giveaway of an upcycle made by me. So hit that subscribe button and share this video so everyone will know all the amazing stuff going on here. But the first thing I'm going to do is cut these things off. I hate these things. I know what they're for, you know, to help you hang this dress better and not ruin the shoulders or the material up there, but they always come out at the worst time, the worst possible time. They come out and hang out underneath your arm. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to cut this mesh off of the bustier as closely as I can to the edge. And now it's time to cut this bustier off. I'm gonna cut a good inch away just because I want to make sure that if anything goes wrong, you know, I have a little bit of extra. And then while we have it on the table, I'm going to go ahead and cut off the bottom portion from this portion right here. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is zip our zipper off, and because we're not going to use it, I could have taken it out and tried to use it in another garment, but I had a feeling that it was, you know, that zipper has lived its life. So I am going to use a seam ripper and just take this zipper out. Okay, so now I need to search my stash for a really short separating zipper, or I need to come up with another method to close this up. I have a couple of eyelet kits here. I have a large eyelet kit and a small eyelet kit. I personally think the small ones look better on there. Here's the large one. That's not too bad. So I guess it'll depend on what I'm going to lace it up with. I don't have anything this particular color. So I think the white shoelace could probably go in the small or the big. I just need to figure out which one I want to do, small or big. Let me know in the comments which one you think I should do. Before we do any of that, what we need to do is go and sew down, like hem this edge, because now it's open because the zipper's gone. So I just need to sew it back down. And I also need to hem the bottom. I would double fold it. If you don't have a serger, you can do that, but I'm just going to serge it and fold it under. All right, so we're going to finish up our top. I have everything hemmed and I have my eyelets laid out. It comes from an eyelet kit, and in the kit it has 2 tools that you're going to use in order to be able to install the eyelets. They're one-sided eyelets, so they're really easy to install. So I have mine laid out. I'm just going to take a heat erasable pen and I'm just going to mark inside on one side. Probably should use a ruler, but I'm just going to, I have them spaced the way I want them to, so I'm just going to use this. And then I'll move those eyelets out of the way and mark on the other side so that they're exactly even. So the first thing I'm going to do is find one of my marks and I'm going to fold it in half. And I'm just going to snip it just a tiny bit because these are tiny eyelets, and I really don't want to over snip because otherwise your eyelet will come free and you don't want it to do that. Once you have a tiny hole, or the hole that you need, then you'll take the eyelet, push it through. These are one-sided, so you push it through from the top, not the bottom, and push it through to the wrong side. Then you fold it over, and you'll want to take the smaller part of the tool and place the eyelet, the good side of the eyelet, on top of that. Then you'll take the other tool, put it on top. It has a little nib that you can fit inside the eyelet, and then you'll just take a mallet and hit it until it's right, just right. All right, so we have them all in, and I am just going to take one shoestring and lace it up. You can lace it from the top to the bottom or the bottom to the top, however you like. So now we have a bustier, and we have the beginning of our sleeves. This actually has a back seam, which is not ideal, but I'll work with what I have. So next I'm going to cut it down the side seams, and it does have tulle at the bottom, which makes this ideal for these type of balloon sleeves or bishop sleeves. All right, one side is done. I'll put a shape on the camera so you guys can see the shape of it if you're going to make this out of a sheet or just a raw piece of fabric, but it's curved at the top, curved along the bottom, and it has like the trapezoid edges. All right, so we have the skirt part, which is our new sleeve, and the first thing we're going to do is, because the fabric is attached to the lining, we're going to fold the top portion down and add a hem just enough to be able to fit a big safety pin through. And we're also going to do the same thing on the bottom hem, just fold it over and sew it down enough to fit a safety pin through. I'm actually using this rope elastic. I like it for this project. I mean, you could use whatever elastic you have, but I am going to use this. So what I want to do is I want to measure 2 pieces for each sleeve. One that fits loosely around my arm, about that much, and I'm gonna cut that off. So that's for the wrist, that'll go down at the bottom, and one that fits loosely around my bicep, and that part will go in here. All right, so once we have these hems in on the top and on the bottom, we can go ahead and add our elastic. So I want to grab 2 safety pins. One is going to be for pushing it through, and the other one is going to be for holding it so it doesn't come out on the other end. All right, so I'll use the safety pin and just start pushing it through, being careful that this safety pin doesn't start to go through as well. And when you're doing the lower side, you want to really make sure that these safety pins are in well, because if it pops halfway through, you're going to have to open up the hem, which I had to do on the other sleeve. So just word to the wise. And you do this side the same way until you get to the end. All right, so I finished putting it through on the bottom side. I'm going to go ahead and tie this side up. All right, so once you get both sides tied up or secured, then you can go ahead and sew up the side seam. I am going to sew the lining in for the top portion. Once I get to the tool, I'm gonna leave that empty because I'm gonna leave that out because I want it to kind of bunch up when the sleeve bunches up, and I don't want it to get caught in the seam. So once I get to the tool, I'm just going to move it out of the way and go ahead and finish sewing up just the fabric to the end. And don't forget to backstitch at the top and the bottom. And if you're interested in getting better at upcycling, definitely consider joining my members only group. For the highest level of my members group, we have a monthly upcycle class, and for my VIP group, you can email me personally and get help on your upcycles. So I hope you're excited about that. Hit that join button down below to learn more. All right, so I'm just as nervous as you guys. Let's see how I can style this, and let's see how it turned out. Okay, I'm feeling this. I was very scared about this, but I am feeling this. Is this an everyday thing? No. But I hope that you guys can see from the tutorial that you can take just a sheet from your house, use the measurements that I did, add some tulle, and you can pretty much take any of your sleeveless tops and add sleeves. And if you're going somewhere dramatic, add sleeves to it, and it'll be amazing. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope I did Queen Bee right. At any rate, it doesn't really matter because I really like it, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it too. Definitely let me know whether you can see yourself doing this. I definitely have other tutorials for you right here, as well as this is like a onesie one piece thing that I made from another top, so I'll add that tutorial right here. And definitely subscribe because I put out new videos every Thursday and every Saturday at 9 a.m. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.